Recently, Kickapoo has been required to have 2 separate assemblies. This was because of an article written by one of the students in the journalism department. Here's Nick Devereaux explaining one of the reasons for change.
The reason we have 2 assemblies now is because our gym didn't have the capacity to hold all of our students at one time because there wasn't a door to let all the people out. We've gotten some pretty negative feedback, a lot, especially from a lot of seniors really. Most people really accept what's happening because the gym's getting redone because of it. So it's really kind of a positive thing, but people tend to forget that it shouldn't be blamed on a 17-year-old girl for the problems that a school district didn't realize. She just shined light on the problem, and that's what journalism is for, is to shine light on problems that no one wants to talk about. The person who wrote the story has been chastised for this a lot.
The first assembly is supposed to be for freshmen and sophomores, and the second assembly is supposed to be for upperclassmen. Since we have an inside perspective from one of the journalism students, now here's Taylor Brooks with her opinion about the 2 separate assemblies.
I personally don't like the 2 separate assemblies because I like getting to have it combined, like freshmen and sophomores and then juniors and seniors. And I just feel like when there's 2 assemblies, the assemblies commissioner is doing it twice. It just seems super inconvenient, and it's almost like the school's like separated in a way. That's probably what I don't like the most, because I have friends that are freshmen and sophomores, and I feel like it just kind of separates us by like upperclassmen and lowerclassmen instead of like us being combined into one. So I feel like that's like my least favorite part about having 2 assemblies, because I have friends that I don't get to see during assemblies, and all the games and stuff we play, it's just like not the same since the grades are separated. I get that technically, according to the fire hazard or whatever, it is necessary, but then again, I feel like we've always just had 1 assembly, and now just because someone wrote an article on it, we're having to separate them based off something that's probably been going on for years, so I don't really see the point in just because it's a fire hazard. Like, we can fix that problem, I get that, but like, I don't see the point in having 2 separate assemblies. I just really hope that they fix the problem so that we can have 1 assembly again, because it's just not the same having 2 just because of the fire hazard.
Cabinet could be considered the organization at Kickapoo that is being affected the most by this change. Here's Cabinet member Audrey Copeland here to discuss her duties and how they are affected by the change.
We kind of thought it was going to be really inconvenient at first, but we just tried to like work around it because of the circumstances given. It wasn't anyone's fault. The fire marshal just told us that we couldn't do the 1 big assembly anymore because it's dangerous, because we reached maximum occupancy just because of safety things. So at first we kind of had to like rearrange our schedule, and it was a little different than usual because in the past, our assemblies were longer and we had like more games and like time to fill. Overall, everything ran pretty smoothly the first time we tried it, and we're looking forward to do it again. Travis has really done like the best he can. It's honestly less stressful because it's not one huge thing. It used to be like this huge production, and we only had like 1 time to do it, but it went really, really smoothly.